What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for February 2nd, 2023. So today, you're probably going to see some videos in a different format. I was expecting to do this news video a little bit later in the day, but yeah, woke up with Lily. I'm awake. So you're going to see the February preview coming a little bit later today, and right now we're going to talk about the news, and the news for next week, surprisingly good. Looks like a complete free-to-play 100% pay to win artifact. Unless something looks wrong here, it is going to be a wait for Thursday type of event, but it looks like it's going to be pretty good as our first event following up the Chinese New Year. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Make sure you guys take 1 second, hit that subscribe button. Let's get going. Okay, new week, new event. Finally, we had 2 weeks of Chinese New Year, but we have a new event. Not really sure why Fairy Queen Vesta's here, but hey, she is. Daily rewards, we have 4 of those Imps Adventure dice, and then 100, I don't even know what they're calling these this week. We're going to be getting Mushroom Elves. I don't know about that name, but they look pretty cute, right? I mean, they look kind of cool. They do look cool, so we got that. Shelter. This was pretty good. We got Avessa, a Holmes Young. Those two are both potential Transcendence heroes. We got Aspen and Asmodel. Don't touch those with a 10-foot pole. You don't want to spend 2,000 gems or 1,000 gems and copies or whatever it is, man. It's just not worth it. And then, of course, you got Natasha Ankirimaru. Ankirimaru is actually used for quite a few Transcendence heroes as a tenant. He is a warrior, so he does have like a pretty decent stat line too if you need him. Natasha. Wait, her name's Natasha, right? Man, we really don't use this hero at all, do we? But either way, you're going to want to grab every one of those copies to make sure you can get them with the gear and the dice. Okay, we got Imps Adventure as well. And of course, as usual, we get the campaign loot along with it at every tier. If you are a spender, though, this might be an event you want to do. Free to play, you're of course going to want to try to get to that 200 point mark. If you get a little further, that's pretty cool. We do have the Jungle of Fantasy, so this is where you're going to be spending your resources. Honestly, I feel like most people nowadays are starting to go for the Star Spawn cores. These guys in the center are just so good. There's not many ways to get them, especially as free to play. So if you can spend 500 of your Universal Crystal Shards and an extra, because you should get like 2,500 by idling, checking in daily once a day, doing your Imps Adventure run with all of your gems, which is about 4,500 gems, you should be able to start working on these. I'm going to be going for those Star Spawn Core 5s because, man, those new Star Spawn take a lot of resources to level up. You can go for the pay to win artifact chest. I do feel like that's kind of like been put on the back burner because there's so many ways to get pay to win artifacts nowadays and still not enough of the Star Spawn course. So yeah, definitely look for that. I mean, if you don't have Universal Crystal Shards, just go for the Glory chest. It'll give you all the light and dark and regular 4-faction heroes. You can grab one of them. We do have a Soul Awakening Gala, so that's pretty cool. You can get some Sublimation or some Spiritual Essence down here. Typically what I say is it takes about 20 summons to get to here. Now, if you've gotten some of those special crystals from this week's event from Chinese New Year or from past events that we've seen, like the B- copies from the Soul Awakening session, this is the perfect time to try to go for it. The pay to win artifact chest is here, and of course, if you want to get to the 150, it's about 30 summons. Now, if you are destroying heroes, that does make it a little easier to get to. You don't need as many starry gems or contract starry gems up front. But just remember, you don't get the double resources back. That whole retirement thing that gave you double the resources back is only going to be a special event, I think, tied to Soul Awakening sessions from now on. It was pretty popular. I think they liked it, but it will not be with regular Soul Awakening Galas. And of course, this Soul Awakening Gala, you can awaken any hero copy you want. Kind of happy to see this because I'd love to see the market just flooded with even more good copies, dropping the prices lower and lower, making lower spenders able to purchase those really important giant killer copies. We do have the soul contract, so you cannot use puppets in this one, but you need a 6-star light and a 6-star dark hero. Exchange them, and you'll get a total of 300 contract starry gems, which again will help you for this event right here this week, which is awesome. Now, this is where it gets really spicy. We have the Lantern Festival collection. So you're going to be able to acquire points. You know, the core of them are not anything amazing, but there is a chest here at 300. One note is it does sound like the Gilded Purple Fan is not in any of these pay to win artifact chests, just so you know. Excuse me. But yeah, so this is kind of the goal, I feel like, as a free-to-play. And what it says, it didn't say anything on the Facebook English translations, but on WeChat, it reads as follows. Imp's Adventure. Every time you use one normal dice, you get 1 point for a maximum of 600. For every 10 mushroom elves, aka I guess that's the currency for the event, you get 1 point, a maximum of 500. Well, 300 doesn't seem that bad because you should be spending, what, 2,500 of those. Let's just grab a calc real quick. So you should be spending 2,500 minimum on Thursday on the campaign event. If you divide that by 10, that's already 250 points. You only need to get to 300, which means you only need 50 additional dice to get to here. So that's pretty solid. That's actually really, really cool. Yeah, because that means you really don't even have to spend gems this week, and you can unlock a 100% free-to-play chest, which is pretty amazing. Now, getting to the Sublimation Chest requires you to get an extra 100. And I think that means what? You need to spend another 1,000, right? Right? Yeah, 1,000. You need to spend another 1,000 of the event currency. So if you do have Universal Crystal Shards, I mean, even this is up for free on top of that. Like, that's pretty amazing because you can get up to 500 points from there. If you just get 350 instead of 250, that means you can get, like, it's going to be close. It's going to be close because you do need 150 more, so maybe 1,500, but you can use more dice. Like, even if you're just going, you're not spending any money, you should be able to get, what, 78 dice, which again, if we break our calculator right here, 450 subtract 78 normal dice, and that's not counting if you even land on the normal dice hut on the map that gives you more normal dice. 3,700, of course, multiply that by 10. You need to spend 3,720 total. So if you do have a stockpile of Universal Crystal Shards, it might be a chance to actually do it. This number can be lower for the event currency if you do get additional dice, though. So pretty good. Which leads me into the next part of this, is that there is a lucky relay, and there are quite a few dice. Actually, how many are there? 10, 19, plus 28. So 28 more dice. Yeah, it puts you up to about 100, a little over 100. Actually, almost 110. You'll probably use about 110 of them. That makes it a lot easier to get to the sublimation down here. So yeah, I mean, if you save Universal Crystal Shards up, this one should not be that difficult to get. And it looks like it's probably the 90,000 sublimation chest, but we don't know for sure. The relay, of course, is the typical one where you buy one, get one free, buy one, get one free, buy one, get one free, buy one. I think in total, this is only like a $50 pack though. I think. Actually, you know what? Let's do another calculation here because I have the numbers in Juan on here. So 68, 98, 12, 30. So that's 336. Juan to USD. Let's do that conversion real quick. Oh no, not Juan. Oh, I forget. It's Yuan, Y-U-A-N. There we go. So 336 is equivalent to, yep, about 50 USD there. So this right here, the entire pack is worth 50. You get double the rewards for the Imp's Adventure, which is pretty cool too. And you're getting additional dice, gems. You got to decide if it's worth it to you. And finally, we actually have a pretty solid deal at the end here too. These actual value packages have a ton of glorious relics in them this week, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Overall though, this seems very, very good. Let's hopefully keep that the rules. So again, every dice you use gives you 1 point up to a maximum of 600, and every 10 mushroom elves you use gives you plus 1 point maximum of 500. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Maybe we'll get some really good gifts. Again, this is going to be a wait till Thursday type event to do everything, but hey, free stuff is free stuff. I'll see you guys next time.